guys need to separate themselves. And it's only been a week of camp, but have you started to see that from anybody?
Yeah, I have. I think they accepted the challenge going into the offseason. Very pleased with how they came back in shape, ready to go. I feel like there's been good recall from the spring in terms of what we're asking them to do. And guys are making plays. Like, they've shown up. It's been various guys as we've went.
Giants Nation, let's start with the headline that's got everyone talking. Pro Football Sports Network just dropped their latest rankings, and our very own New York Giants defensive coordinator, Shane Bowen, landed at 23rd out of 32 NFL defensive coordinators. That's right, our guy's in the bottom third. According to the analysis, Bowen's defense last season ranked 24th in the league, giving up 24.4 points per game, which put us 21st in points allowed. Not exactly the stuff of legends, right? But hold up, before we start pointing fingers, let's dig deeper. Last season, Bowen was working with a roster that, let's be honest, wasn't stacked with elite talent across the board. The Giants' defense had flashes of brilliance but struggled with consistency, especially against the run. So, is this ranking a true reflection of Bowen's skills, or was he dealt a tough hand? Here's where it gets interesting. The report suggests Bowen's schemes didn't always mesh with the players he had. Think about it. Trying to fit square pegs into round holes can make any coordinator look shaky. Imagine trying to run a high-octane pass rush with players who aren't built for it. That's the challenge Bowen faced. So, Giants fans, what do you think? Is 23rd a fair ranking for Bowen, or are the critics sleeping on his potential? Drop your hot takes in the comments, and let's see if you're as fired up as I am to see what he does next. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, our run defense. Giants fans, you know it's been our Achilles heel for way too long. Last season, the New York Giants allowed 1,783 rushing yards, landing us 23rd in the NFL with 13 rushing touchdowns given up. That's not the kind of stat line that gets you to the playoffs. Shane Bowen's defense struggled to plug those gaps, and it had a ripple effect, keeping our defense on the field longer than we'd like. Why does this matter? A weak run defense means opponents control the clock, tire out our players, and set up easier passing plays. It's like giving the other team a free pass to dictate the game. Bowen's been vocal about fixing this, even introducing a turnover chest to hype up the squad for takeaways. But stopping the run? That's priority number one. The good news? General Manager Joe Schoen went all in this offseason, beefing up our defensive line with depth and talent. We're talking about a unit that Pro Football Focus ranked as the third best in the NFL. With stars like Dexter Lawrence and new additions, Bowen's got the tools to make opponents think twice before running up the middle. So, Giants Nation, can Bowen turn this run defense around? Will our front line become the brick wall we've been dreaming of? Hit the comments and let me know. Do you believe in our defensive line's potential to dominate in 2025? Here's where things get exciting, Giants fans. The New York Giants didn't just sit back this offseason. They reloaded the defense with some serious firepower. Enter Abdul Carter, Darius Alexander, Jevon Holland, and Paulson Adebo. Names that have Big Blue buzzing with anticipation. These additions are like tossing a lit match into a pile of dynamite, and Bowen's the one holding the fuse. Abdul Carter, in particular, is a game changer. This rookie outside linebacker, drafted for his versatility, can line up on the edge or even slide inside to wreak havoc. Bowen himself called it a really good problem to have when figuring out how to deploy Carter alongside Kayvon Thibodeau and Brian Burns. That's three elite pass rushers fighting for snaps. Talk about a coordinator's dream. The secondary got a major upgrade too. Jevon Holland and Paulson Adebo bring speed, instincts, and coverage skills that could make our backfield a no-fly zone. Last year, our secondary struggled, with safety Tyler Nubin managing just one pass defensed in 13 games. With these new pieces, Bowen's got the personnel to get creative. What do you think, Giants Nation? Are these new additions the key to unlocking Bowen's defensive vision? Drop your predictions below. Will our defense crack the top 15 this season? Let's hear it! Let's take a step back and look at Shane Bowen's resume. Before joining the New York Giants, Bowen was the defensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans from 2021 to 2023. His defenses were no slouches, consistently ranking in the top 5 against the run every single year. That's right, Bowen knows how to build a stout front. His Titans units never dipped below 16th in points allowed, showing he can keep games competitive. So why the 23rd ranking now? Well, 2024 was Bowen's first year with the Giants, and transitioning to a new team with new players is no easy feat. His schemes, which lean heavily on aggressive pass rushing and disciplined run defense, didn't quite click with last year's roster. Injuries, like Dexter Lawrence's late-season setback, didn't help either. But here's the thing, Bowen's a teacher at heart. Posts on X from last year praised his ability to develop talent, like Titans edge rusher Harold Landry. With a full off-season to mold this upgraded Giants roster, Bowen's got a chance to prove the doubters wrong. Giants fans, do you trust Bowen to get the most out of this defense? Can he replicate his Titans' success in New York? Sound off in the comments. I'm dying to know where you stand. Let's talk about the fun stuff, our pass rush. The New York Giants tied for 8th in the NFL last season with 45 sacks, led by Dexter Lawrence's 9, Brian Burns' 8.5, and Kayvon Thibodeaux's 5.5. That's a solid foundation, but here's the challenge. How does Shane Bowen get all his pass rushers on the field at once? With Abdul Carter joining the mix, it's like trying to fit 3 aces into a winning hand. Bowen's got a plan though. He's hinted at using Carter's versatility to line him up at defensive tackle or on the edge, creating mismatches that'll give offensive coordinators nightmares. Imagine Carter, Burns, and Thibodeaux rushing the quarterback at the same time. Opposing offenses might just wave the white flag. But it's not just about sacks. A great pass rush needs a solid run defense to set up those third and long situations where rushers can pin their ears back. Last year, our run defense struggles meant fewer opportunities for our pass rush to shine. Bowen's got to fix that first. What's your take, Giants Nation? How should Bowen deploy this pass rushing trio? Drop your dream defensive lineups in the comments and let's debate who should get the most snaps. Here's a fun tidbit that's got Giants fans buzzing. Shane Bowen's introduced a turnover chest to practice. Inspired by his son's T-ball team, Bowen's urging his players to be a damn pirate and steal the ball from opponents. Last season, the Giants were a dismal 28th in takeaways with just 15, including a measly 5 interceptions. That's gotta change, and Bowen's bringing some swashbuckling energy to make it happen. This turnover chest isn't just a gimmick, it's a mindset. Bowen wants his defense to attack with aggression and create chaos. Imagine Dane Belton or Jevon Holland snagging a pick and sprinting to the sideline to celebrate with that chest. It's the kind of spark that could ignite this defense and get the fans roaring at MetLife Stadium. Bowen's already seeing progress. He recently praised safety Dane Belton, saying, "He's had a really good spring." With new additions like Holland and Adebo, the secondary could be the key to boosting those takeaway numbers. But will it translate to game day? Giants Nation, what do you think of this turnover chest idea? Will it fire up our defense to create more turnovers? Hit the comments and tell me, do you love the pirate vibe or think it's a bit too quirky? Injuries, injuries, injuries. Giants fans know this story all too well. Last season, our defense took a hit with key players like Dexter Lawrence and Tyler Nubin missing time. Nubin, for example, played 789 snaps but was sidelined by an ankle injury that ended his season early. A healthy roster is crucial for Shane Bowen to execute his vision, but can the Giants stay off the injury report in 2025? The good news is that our stars are back and ready to roll. Dexter Lawrence, who was playing at a Defensive Player of the Year level before his injury, is healthy and raring to go. Pair him with a fully recovered roster, and Bowen's got the pieces to build a top-tier defense. But depth is key. Joe Schoen's off-season moves added layers to this unit to weather any storms. The question is, can Bowen scheme around potential injuries? His ability to adapt last season, despite missing key players, showed resilience, but it also exposed gaps in execution. A healthy secondary and defensive line could be the difference between a 24th ranked defense and a top 15 unit. What do you think, Giants fans? Can our defense stay healthy enough to make a leap? Drop your predictions below. Will 202/5 be the year we finally avoid the injury bug?
Let's shine a spotlight on our secondary, Giants Nation. Last season, our defensive backs had their struggles. Tyler Nubin had 0 interceptions, and cornerback Deonte Banks struggled in zone coverage under Bowen's scheme. But 2025 is a whole new ballgame. With Jevon Holland and Paulson Adebo joining the squad, the New York Giants secondary is looking like a force to be reckoned with. Bowen's excited about the potential here. He's already adjusting schemes to fit his players' strengths, like using Nubin in the box to leverage his physicality. Holland, a ball-hawking safety, and Adebo, a lockdown corner, give Bowen the flexibility to mix coverages and blitz packages. This could be the key to shutting down those big passing plays that burned us last year. Posts on X have been hyping up this revamped secondary, with fans raving about Holland's instincts and Adebo's coverage skills. If Bowen can get these guys clicking, we might see fewer chunk plays and more 3-and-outs. But it's all about chemistry. Can these new pieces gel in time for Week 1? Giants fans, are you hyped for this new-look secondary? Who's your breakout star, Holland, Adebo, or maybe even Nubin? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's get this debate going. Here's the million-dollar question, Giants Nation. Can Shane Bowen climb out of that 23rd ranking and prove he's one of the NFL's top coordinators? The tools are there: an elite defensive line, a revamped secondary, and a versatile rookie in Abdul Carter. But coaching is about more than talent. It's about putting players in the right spots and making adjustments on the fly. Bowen's shown flashes of brilliance. His work with the Titans' run defense was top-notch, and he's already getting praise for developing players like Deonte Banks, who Bowen says is locked in this offseason. But the pressure's on. With the Giants' offense facing question marks, the defense might need to carry the team in 2025. The Pro Football Sports Network ranking isn't the final word. It's a snapshot. If Bowen can fix the run defense and unleash his pass rush, we could be talking about a top 10 unit by season's end. But he's got to prove he can adapt his schemes to this roster's strengths, unlike last year's square peg round hole struggles. What's your verdict, Giants fans? Is Bowen the right guy to lead this defense, or do we need a new voice? Hit the comments with your take. I want to hear all sides of this argument. Giants Nation, we've covered a lot, but let's wrap this up with some big blue hope. The New York Giants defense has all the makings of a breakout unit in 2025. With a top 3 defensive line, a revamped secondary, and Shane Bowen's creative schemes, we're on the cusp of something special. The question is, can Bowen tie it all together and turn this unit into a dominant force? The potential is there. GiantsWire.usatoday.com recently named our defense as one prime to break out, thanks to our offseason additions. Bowen's got the talent to make opponents sweat, but it's on him to fix the run defense and boost those takeaways. If he can, we might just see this defense carry the Giants back to relevance in the NFC East. This is where you come in, Giants fans. Your passion fuels this team, and your voice matters. Do you believe in Shane Bowen's vision? Can our defense rise above that 23rd ranking and shock the NFL? Drop your predictions, your hopes, and maybe even your wildest dreams for this team in the comments below. Let's keep the big blue energy alive. Smash that like button if you're hyped for 2025. Subscribe for more New York Giants news, and share this video with every Giants fan you know. Together, we're building something special. Let's go, Giants Nation.